What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I got a quick unboxing to do for you guys today. Unboxing knife is my new Sage 5 lightweight, which I got in last week from DNK Knives. Absolutely loving this knife. I am so glad I got one back in the collection. I really missed it from when I had, the M4 mint green one from Blade HQ. It was probably about a year and a half gap in between me selling that one and me picking this one up. But it was one that was on my mind quite a bit for, a model that I wanted to get. Just ergos are fantastic. Out of the box, action is great. Thin, slicey blade. This one is in the Spy 27, which is Spyderco's proprietary steel, which I've heard pretty good things about. I am going to get a set of aftermarket scales for it yet, probably Rip's Garage Tech, but I will, make a video whenever I pull the trigger on whatever scales I get and update you guys with the options that I went with. But absolutely loving this knife. Been in my pocket all weekend, and this is the unboxing knife for today. But this package is coming in from the man himself, Lefty EDC, and this is, of course, from the Lefty passaround group. I was able to jump on and be the first one to be part of this package. So that's why it's coming directly from Kev. And it is a package that has, I think it's the package that he sent me. Yeah. I sign up for so many sometimes it's hard to remember. It's the new Spearpoint TPK QSP Hedgehog Spearpoint, the TPK exclusive ones in M390, and I believe this one has the jig tie, which is really cool. And then it also has a Vosteed, I think it's the new Shillin Cutter, the one with the, I think they call it the Vanker lock. It's the pivot lock they do, which I believe this will be my second rendition of it. I did did a full review. I had in the Angulo. It was okay. It wasn't, my favorite. So we'll see if this one has any better luck with, being a more favorable knife for me. Plenty of peanuts in here. Trying to get the boxes out without dropping too many peanuts everywhere. No stickers from Kev this time, which is fine. I got so many laying around. Devo, Kev, all kinds of stickers. Put that away. So yeah, here we have the exclusive Hedgehog. Traditional pocket knives. I love their boxes they use. They just are fantastic. Sea resin or cutlery, exclusive Hedgehog, single blade Spearpoint, saw cut titanium. Sorry, not jig tie. It's a saw cut titanium. And here we have the Vosteed, which is, I think this is a newer box. I have not seen this one yet. Just very simple. And then here we have the Shillin Cutter. I think this one is in, this one might be in G10. I don't know if this, I thought this one might be in aluminum. We're going to open up this one first because I'm excited for the other one too, but I'm really intrigued by this one. Out of the box comes the typical Vosteed tin you get. Take it apart like so, and then you get the taco pouch with a Vosteed Ranger eye. Then you get a microfiber as well as a Vosteed, what does that say? Anchor lock Vosteed. Vanker lock, yeah. And then just some other goodies there in the package. So yes, this one is in orange G10. I was mistaken. I thought Kevin had one of the, I think they did a run of the G10 ones. I think this one has 154 cm, which we'll check in a second. And then I think the aluminum ones have LMAX, I want to say. You guys can see right there, the lock. And you get multiple ways of deploying this knife. You get dual thumb studs there. You get a front flipper and a back flipper as well. So it should be really cool. It is a righty-only pocket clip. And I guess with the Vanker lock, they would have considered that to be righty only. So no switching the pocket clip. And for pocket clips, you get just a very typical loop over style deep carry clip from Vosteed with the logo on there. Feels like a pretty stout detent. We're going to go with the back flipper first. Detent is not the strongest for the back flipper. And you honestly, though, would just have a little bit of, I mean, it's such a small tab. It really is. And you kind of like cradle your finger in here and it pops down. Yeah, you have to be on top and sort of light switch it. There's no way. Yeah, you can push button it, but it feels a little bit weird. And you really have to get full maximum power in there, so that doesn't really work too well. Try the thumb studs. Thumb studs are money. Very snappy detent. Front flick, or reverse flick. I can't talk right now. Versus a thumb flick. Then you have the front flipper. Works pretty well, pops out of there very nicely. You of course have the Shillin style blade, very nice tall belly, very pretty thin blade slot, comes down to a thin blade edge. It is 154 cm, I was correct there. Vosteed, no blade play. Very comfortable in hand, choked back. I can still get all 4 fingers on the knife, choked up, very, very comfortable as well. I really enjoyed the Vosteed Nightshade. I think it was the Nightshade liner lock with a hole. I had that one, quite a while ago, but I really enjoyed that one. These style blades are really cool. They just have a lot of belly. They're great for processing cardboard and other EDC tasks like that. I wouldn't want a whole collection of them, but they are very, very cool, and I can appreciate them every once in a while. As far as the lock goes, I think I am liking this one more than the Ankylo that I had in, just because this one's a little bit smaller of a knife. It is not so cumbersome. I don't really have to, I can just flick, move my thumb, flick, move my thumb. It's very, very intuitive, almost like a button lock. Now I still, you still have to kind of fully depress it for it to drop down, and you have to be aware of, the flipper tab and both flipper tabs actually catching on your finger. But for the most part, it's pretty fidgety. So we'll see how that wears in and how much I, truly enjoyed, fidgeting with it over the course of my time with it. But right away, I do think it is better than the Ankylo for me personally. Again, just based on size, and I think the lock might be a little bit more finely tuned due to them. This is like the second or third model they put this one on. But yeah, that is the new Shillin Cutter from Vosteed. Oops. Now we're going to get into the Hedgehog. I have handled the original QSP Hedgehog from Traditional Pocket Knives. It was one of the camo carbon ones. So I'm really excited that I'm going to check this one out in the titanium, because I really, really wanted to check out. That was like my favorite of the other series. Got some QSP stickers here. Got a little spec sheet, which is always nice to have. And a little bit of a warranty back there. Ooh, that saw cut titanium feels good already just from me pulling it up out of the packaging. Put that away. And here we go, guys. Here is the QSP Hedgehog, TPK exclusive in the new Spearpoint. Very, very thin knife, which most slip joints are. You can see this one is in S90V, which is very cool. They changed the steel from the other run, being an M390. Now this is an S90V. M390, obviously, fantastic steel. But S90V has kind of became my favorite premium steel. And we are slowly seeing it, more and more on stuff. You have a kind of a fuller on both sides. You just pinch. Wow. That is extremely stiff. I don't know if that's just from being cold or if that's just how, wow, these things have some walk and talk to them. That is arguably the stiffest slip joint I've ever handled with walk and talk. So it definitely would take a little bit of time getting used to it, but you guys can hear. Very, very good acoustics. Very responsive spring, excuse me. Love the Spearpoint on there. Excuse my fingerprints. QSP logo on the blade. Just a very good profile. Nice belly. Medium sized. blade stock thickness, I'd say, but just so thin, really comfortable in hand. I can get all 4 fingers on here really nice, very easily. The milling is really nice. It doesn't have anything like aggressive to it, but it just adds a little bit of texture there, and it looks great aesthetically. As much as I love a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot, you know, on the original Hedgehog, something about this one just really speaks to me. I love a good spear point. It's kind of a funky, you know, blade shape to really be using. They all kind of have a little bit of a quirkiness to them, but I really like it for that. And this thing is just, like I said, so thin in hand. For the price point, the QSP Hedgehogs, you know, specifically the TPK exclusive ones, are really hard to beat. You can get them for like 140 bucks, I think, and that's before someone's code. And I think they go on sale every once in a while. They're just a really good value. And if I was more into a slip joint guy, I would pick, you know, one of these up in a heartbeat for my collection. Because really, besides, you know, if you weren't going up to a Jack Wolf, I think these are arguably the second best slip joints on the market today. They're just really, really good all around. And like I said, this thing is just so comfortable in hand. And having that really nice walk and talk and that heavy spring is great because it just gives you more security up here when you're cutting through things, and you know you're not going to close it on your fingers with your thumb. So that is also a nice little perk. But yeah, very, very cool. QSP Hedgehog, TPK exclusive, new Spearpoint in the saw cut titanium. This is a pretty cool unboxing. I am very excited to get both of these in. You have the Shillin Cutter from Vosteed, and like I said, the QSP Hedgehog. Can't wait to get these in pocket. This is definitely going to see some pocket time in my, probably have to rotate out my Jack Wolf, my Venom Jack for a little bit. I typically carry that a lot in the wintertime as a secondary knife, but I will slide this down in that slip that I have for it and carry it, I think, quite a bit because this thing is fantastic. It really, really is, and just a great all-around platform. So. But I'm going to wrap this up now. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you, Kev, for always, you know, allowing us to check out stuff. Kevin's just such, you know, a good human being. You guys all know and love him from his channel and, you know, now Devo. But he really does love to spread the wealth because Kevin gets in pretty much, I'm not going to say every new release from a lot of companies, but he gets in a lot of new stuff to review, and he is always constantly adding, you know, once he gets his videos out, he's always adding stuff to the passaround, which allows us to check out stuff. And, you know, I said it before and I'll say it again, I get to check out a lot of stuff from him, and so many of my content videos that you guys get to see are from him. So I am always thankful. And yeah, but thank you guys again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, day, night, whenever you're watching this. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.